ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुम् अथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यात् मा मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मस्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. O Lord, please bless us so that we shall be healthy physically, mentally, and also spiritually. May we not reject the self, and may the self not reject us. May we develop the values which has been described in the Upanishads. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, today, which is very quite comprehensive and complete and very important mantra. Why am I telling this is because in the one mantra, the sadhana and sadhya, that is the spiritual practice and the goal, both are in a nutshell, in a formula way, in a concise form, it has been told. And it is a very powerful statement. Now, before going into the shloka, I would like to prepare your minds to comprehend and to understand this unique mantra, unique verse. Now, I am discussing Kenopanishad. You are all hearing. Now, when I ask, oh, or someone ask after the class, oh, my dear, what did you, where were you? I mean, I couldn't reach you. Then you say, oh, I was attending the Vedanta class. What did you understand? Oh, there was a Swami who was talking on Advaita Vedanta, that is on the Keno Upanishad. We were trying to understand about the consciousness, about the self and all. Okay, now giving this example, if you analyze, how did we understand the Swami's words? Oh, Swami was teaching, Swami was talking, and that words, it entered through our ears, and it went to the brain, and it was processed, and we tried to understand, we could understand. Okay, so now in the process of understanding, which is nothing but sense perception here, hearing, what was involved here? One is your sense organ called ear as involved. Okay, but hearing alone is not enough. If sense organ ear is working is fine, but is not alone is enough. Why? Your mind also has to be connected. So you a sense organ and the mind both are required for any communication or for any understanding or for any perception. Very well, which we all understand here, no doubt. So, okay, my sense organs are active, my mind is active, they are in a good position. So because of both joining together, I am getting a perception that I am able to hear and understand the Vedantic teaching or Kenopanishad teaching which Swami is speaking. Very fine. Now, while hearing Kenopanishad class, suddenly there was a beep sound from your mobile. Immediately mind goes in a fraction of a second, what is that message? If very important, then you may, physically you are there with the class, no doubt, but mentally you will disconnect and you will get connect with the message. Then if there is some message, then you will say, okay, that is not important. Let me see. Then suddenly some person in the family, they may be talking, you may hear and you will understand what is she talking, what is he talking. Or a thought alone might come in your mind in the whole day in our office or in your house. Some discussion has happened that has come. So based on the content of your perception, Based on the content of your perception, your thoughts are also continuously changing. Based on the content of your perception, your thoughts are continuously changing. Okay? So I'm hearing Ken Upanishad class. In between, I saw the message. In between, I heard the talk in the next room in our pertaining to our family members. Or I remembered something which happened in my daytime during the day in the work or in my home or whatever. So different content of the knowledge and different thought process. So somewhere sense organs are involved, somewhere mind alone is involved, where I'm able to recapitulate from my memory. This is all fine. But there is a one more third factor which we are not aware of it. I will give one more example and I will come to it. Now I was traveling. I was traveling from Dublin to Cork, around which is 250 kilometers. It was a daytime. It was a beautiful sunlight, sunny day. Very well. We are all very happy that because it is a sunny day and we are traveling from Dublin to Cork. While traveling in the motorway, there are so many vehicles I am seeing. Lush green trees and grass is seeing. I mean, Ireland is known for its greenery, green emerald. Then also I saw some hotels, some buildings. Maybe in between we stopped near a gas station and we had a wonderful coffee and maybe donuts. All these things fine. Now, if someone asks after reaching the Kak, Swamiji, how was your travel? I said, beautiful. It was a sunny day and I enjoyed it. Okay, what all things you saw? You might say, oh, some vehicles were passing on. Then, green, lush green, environment I saw. Well, I visited to the coffee shop and I had a beautiful, tasty coffee and donuts and whatnot. Then, if a person who is supposed to be Vedantin, if he asks, Swamiji, is that all, or did you see anything else? You say, oh, very well, I might not remember, but I don't remember anything else. Or just scratching my head, I say, okay, I saw this, I saw that, I may say. Then the Vedantin says, oh, Swamiji, can you think little more, some more? Did you miss anything? Then I scratch my head, I think, rethink, and I say, oh, nothing else, my dear. Then the Vedantin says, Swamiji, by which you could see all these things, you have forgotten that, which is a very important thing here. By its presence, we are able to perceive every object, but unfortunately, you are not able to notice it. You are not able to recognize it. What is that? Sunlight. Sunlight. Because sunlight was there, as a result, I was able to see the plants. I was able to see the trees. I was able to see the buildings. But I took it for granted, or I didn't notice, I didn't recognize the presence of sunlight, because of which I was able to see all these things. How to say that? Because during evening, if there is no street light, then when I'm traveling, I can't see every object. Why? Because there is a lack of sunlight. So, because of sunlight and because of sense organs and because of my mind intact, I was able to see things. So, it is sunlight, presence of sunlight, and sense organs and the mind, all the three is involved. Okay. Now, externally we can understand. Internally, my sense organs are required, no doubt, for the perception or the experience of an object. And mind is also required, no doubt. And Upanishad is asking us to remember, to rethink, is there any third component by which this perception is possible? We may think some of us by this time of you are studying Vedanta, you might be able to tell. Otherwise, for a common person, they will not be able to tell. Just like we don't recognize, we fail to recognize the presence of sunlight. We have taken it for granted. Probably, similarly, we have also unable to recognize the presence of consciousness and presence of witness. So we need consciousness and we need sense organ and we need mind. All the three things are required for any perception or a knowledge or an experience. Okay, this is one thing. Now, because I am perceiving so many things, as a result, there are so many thoughts, multiple thoughts. Because there are so many things I'm perceiving, so pertaining to that, so many thoughts are there. But the knower or the witness is different or the same witness. If you ask, definitely by this time you should be able to tell, you will be able to tell that there is only one witness. So one non-varying or unchanging witness, non-varying or unchanging consciousness plus changing thoughts or changing mind plus sense organ or organs are required. Of course, sense objects are required. With the external perception, with the internal perception, sense objects are not required. Now, Vedanta is asking us, oh my dear, try to recognize and try to recognize the presence of the witness in all our sense perceptions. We are aware of our sense organs. We are aware of sense objects. We are aware of the mind and its functions, particularly your thought, but we are not aware of the consciousness by which everything is possible. So, non-varying or unchanging witness or consciousness or awareness, unchanging awareness, plus mind or thought here, particularly thought, plus sense organ is what creating the experience. I'm enjoying the chocolate ice cream. When you say that I'm enjoying the chocolate ice cream, the experience of chocolate ice cream involves chocolate ice cream plus your taste buds, sense organ, your mind, and the witness. Okay, so this much background now. Okay, now I am enjoying ice cream. Oh, I don't like ice cream. Okay. Oh, without pasta or without meat, I can't finish my lunch. I should have pasta. I should have meat. Without that, my lunch cannot be complete. I feel something is missing. This is all we say. We keep saying that. Oh, I can't do without this. I can do without that. We keep saying that as if we are boosting. Either sometimes it is strength, sometimes it is limitations. When I say I cannot be without meat or I cannot have my lunch without meat, when you say I, this I is referring to whom? I is referring to BMC. What is BMC here? Short form? Body Mind Complex. But when you say I cannot stay without meat, means your body mind complex, or especially your mind is telling that I cannot stay without the meat. So now this I has to shift from BMC to EA square. EA square, just I'm giving all mathematical terms, EC square or whatever like that. EA square. What can be EA square? I should shift from BMC to EA square. EA square is nothing but self or Brahman. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is what? Existence. Chit, awareness. Ananda, I have kept it as Ananda only. Bliss also you can say, or Ananda. EA square. I have to travel from BMC to EA square. That is what Vedanta. That is what Keno Upanishad is making us to, is trying to enable us actually. So, Brahman has to be understood or realized as the non-variable consciousness. Okay, obtaining in the mind, because of which alone all experiences and all forms of knowledge are possible. This is the Siddhanta Vakya of the fourth shloka. Once more, I will repeat it. Kindly listen or make a notes. Brahman has to be understood. are realized as the non-variable consciousness. Okay, this much you can understand. Brahman is non-variable consciousness, which is available in the mind, because of which alone all the experiences and all forms of knowledge are possible. I mean, whatever I've discussed till now, I've just put in this two lines. So now, Advaita Vedanta or Kenopanishad is giving the Vedantic methodology to understand who am I. Like analytical geometry has got its own methodology. Biology has got its own methodology to study. Arts have got their own methodology to study. Now, Vedanta is giving the methodology to study in the fourth one. First is what? How do I know a thing exists? Just I'm asking you a question. How do I know, or how do you know a thing exists? Oh, because I perceive it, because I see it, or I have heard that people have seen. That's Aptavakya, you can say, Shabda Pramana. Anyhow, so that means the sense organs gives the inputs, the mind process, and consciousness in the presence of consciousness. Okay, fine. Now, okay, this is one thing. Now that means one is sense organs, sense objects, and the mind, including the thoughts, all can be categorized into one component called object. From the Vedanta, except self, everything is object. Mind is also an object. Thought is also a function of the mind. It is also an object in nature. So object. Plus there is a witness, self called subject. So from the three components, we have reduced to two components. For any experience, we need subject plus object. We are aware of the object, no doubt. We are not aware of the subject. Okay. Now, second step. The third step is consciousness is taking the role of subject and as well as object. This is what the Vedantic methodology. Object plus subject is equal to perception, is equal to experience, is equal to knowledge. Then the next step comes, the Vedanta says, my dear, consciousness itself is taking the role of subject and object. How to understand this? Beautifully, Ishavasya Upanishad says, Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever exists in the universe, either small or big, sentient or insentient, living or non-living, whatever you may bring, categories, all thing is what? Cover everything with the self. Cover everything with the self. Why the Rishi is telling? Because we have not experienced the self. For us, it is a sadhana, it is a practice. We are trying to cover everything with the self means what? We should try to know, we should try to experience the self in everything. But for a Siddha Purusha, for a perfect person, for a realized person, he experiences the self in everything. How to understand this? I'll give one more example. So sorry, I may be it might be a bit boring. I may be a bit drilling you, but this is what Vedantic drilling or Vedantic ham. I'm hammering your mind with Vedanta. Okay. Now, I am aware of so many people attending my lecture or class. I am aware of the laptop. I am aware of the mobile. I am aware of my body. I am aware of the room, the curtains, the carpet, and the table and the chair which is in and around me. So here I am always speaking of aware of. I'm aware of table, I'm aware of chair, I'm aware of a person, I'm aware of an object. Okay. Now Vedanta is asking us to question and think, who is this awareness, my dear? We are always taken care, we are always carried over by aware of. So the Vedanta is asking us to turn the sight or perception or turn the thinking that instead of thinking of aware of, start thinking awareness in itself, and I am that awareness. I and awareness are not two things. I am that awareness. So I is not BMC, I is equal to EA square. So I am that awareness. I hope you have understood now. Okay. Now, so mind and sense organs is equal to knowledge, you understood. Now mind is nothing but thought and all, you have understood. Now one more question will come actually. Without thought, vritti, without thought, no knowledge is possible. So thought means what? When I see a chocolate, the mind forms a thought pattern actually. That's how we get a knowledge of chocolate. Okay, isn't it? Now, if you see, thought doesn't have consciousness. Now, the present day science says that thought has got sentiency because of AI tools and computing, chat GPT. They all process the information. But computer has got a consciousness? No. So there is no need of consciousness for the process of information, they say, in the present day science. That is well and good, acceptable. But the thought itself, for example, I will give an example of sensation. Now, recently, just as a joke, I asked ChatGPT, ChatGPT, do you feel happy or unhappy? ChatGPT said, oh my dear, I don't feel neither happy nor unhappy. Because the sense of subjective feeling is not there for ChatGPT. It can do wonderful functions. It can give wonderful information at a fraction of a second, but it doesn't have the feeling of I, that doesn't feeling of the notion of I. Now, when I saw a chocolate, I am feeling happy. Okay, I'm feeling happy or I am feeling unhappy because I want to eat chocolate or I want to eat ice cream because I've got a sore throat. I can't eat ice cream. I can't enjoy ice cream. That's why I'm unhappy. Now, does chocolate gives happiness or unhappiness? Neither it can give happiness nor unhappiness in itself. Okay, first. Now, Vedanta is saying I am the self, which is blissful in the form, Ananda. So then is Atman is giving joy, happiness or unhappiness? No, that is also not possible. The thing itself can neither give happiness or unhappiness. The Atman also cannot give neither happiness or unhappiness in this experience. Then who is giving this happiness, experience of happiness and unhappiness? That is your mind. That is because of samskaras or the thoughts. So by cleaning the mind, what happens when it becomes pure? Just like when the mirror becomes pure, I'll be able to see my reflection. All my sadhana is what? Clearing the mind, removing the misconception, purifying the mind. So I am feeling I am happy, I am feeling unhappy. These both feelings are pertaining to the mind, not to me. So that continuously changing the vrittis, sometimes I'm feeling happy, sometimes feeling unhappy, sometimes feeling strengthful, sometimes feeling weak, I am feeling, all these things are pertaining to the mind, not to me. I have to understand this. Then who am I? I am that invariable, or sorry, maybe unchangeable, eternal, conscious principle. Or I am just awareness. By mere presence of me, everything is getting done. Okay. Now, I think you are ready now. Now we'll go to that. Now, so knowledge or an experience involves object and subject or changing thought plus changeless consciousness. Knowledge or experience involves changing thought plus unchanging consciousness or awareness. Okay. So this knowledge or experience is called bodha. It's Sanskrit term, just you can understand. The knowledge or experience involves changing thought and unchanging consciousness. Okay. So every cognition, every knowledge, every experience is known as bodha. So having this background, let us go to the shloka now. It is cakewalk for you now. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate mrutam. Vindate amrutam actually. Okay. Pratibodha viditam. Now what is bodha? You have understood now. Every experience, every knowledge, every cognition is called bodha here. Anubhuti. In Sanskrit, one more thing is anubhuti. Okay. Anubhava, or we can say. Okay. So, bodha means, you understood? Pratibodha. Pratibodha means what actually? In every experience, there is a non changing consciousness. Bodha means just an experience, a perception, a cognition. Bodha means. Pratibodha means in every experience, in every knowledge, in every cognition, there is a non changing consciousness. Pratibodha viditam. Viditam means Brahman is experienced. Brahman is known in every experience. Matam. Matam means it has understood very clearly, no confusion. Or maybe Swami says this, may be true, may not be true. No iota of doubt, crystal clearly, I have understood, I have accepted, or rather, I've got convinced, conviction. Matam means what? Clearly understood. Means Brahman is never specially experienced, it is available in all the thoughts. Pratibodha viditam matam means what? I have got clear understanding, clear conviction. What? Brahman is available. Consciousness is available in every experience. When I'm experiencing the chocolate, chocolate is available internally or externally, and sense organ is there involved, mind is involved, and consciousness also exists. So, in every process of my thinking or in every experience, either mundane experience or spiritual experience, there is a consciousness. Start holding on to that. It is like this. Probably I'll give one example, one more, you will understand that. Oh, like I think Monday, there was a beautiful full moon day. Sunday and Monday, when I came out, when I went out in the evening, late evening, I was able to see a wonderful, very big moon. Then, if I was a poet, I would have written a good poem actually, but unfortunately, I am not a poet. Then, but I enjoyed the moonlight. Moonlight is so beautiful, so nice. We all say we might take a photo and we might put into WhatsApp status or Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, or we might share with friends. But seriously thinking, the light of the moon, does it belong to the moon? No, we all know that. The light of the moon. Moonlight is beautiful, no doubt. We all enjoy, we all experience, but the light of the moon does not belong to the moon. It has been drawn from the sun. Isn't it? So similarly, that awareness of the thought, awareness, things in the etc., all these things is what? From me, that I or consciousness or Brahman, from there, all these things has been shifted or has been getting carried over. That's what I mean say. So Brahman is available in every experience, in every cognition, in every knowledge. I got a knowledge or I understood what is maths. There also experiences, Brahman is there. I understood how to cook today. Brahman is there. I understood what is ice cream. Again, in that experience, Brahman is there. I understood how cold the Ireland weather will be. Yes, in that experience also, Brahman is there. So I need not to go in search of Brahman to the forest. I need not to go search of Brahman to any retreat center or a monastery or ashrama, Nivedita house. I need not to go to the heaven or the hell to see the Brahman, to understand the Brahman, the ultimate truth. I am that ultimate truth, and which is available in every moment of life, in every experience, in every cognition. So this is the crux here. This we should hold on to that. I'm experiencing the chocolate. Okay, I am the experiencer. I'm experiencing the chocolate through sense organ and mind. We know sense organ and mind and objects, we are all aware of it. We are all careful about it. But we have forgotten about that awareness, which is my nature, which I am. So I am available. Our consciousness awareness is available in every experience, and I am that awareness. I am that consciousness. I should claim that now. So this is what clear understanding has happened. Pratibodha viditam matam. Okay. Oh, very well, Swamiji. You took a tedious journey. You took us in a tedious, intellectual, very tedious journey. All fine. Now I understood. I am that Brahman. I am that consciousness, which is available in every experience, in every cognition, or in every knowledge. Okay, I understood. Then what? So what? If you say, Amrutatvam hi vindate, when you understand, again, one attains immortality. Again, attaining immortality is the limitation of the language. Here, one attains immortality means what? One's ignorance, a wrong understanding, misconception, lack of understanding is removed. And he attains immortality means what? He will be ever blissful while living, and not only that, he need not to take birth again. Okay, if someone has not understood this, whether he has got an option to take birth or not, if you ask, Vedanta believes in reincarnation, Vedanta says no. Whether you are interested or not interested, willing or not willing, you don't have a choice, you don't have an option to take birth or not, you have to come. But one who attains self-knowledge, then he need not to come, he will be liberated. Now, there's a quite interesting story that one person, he was a spiritual aspirant. He was doing regularly meditation, and he was also studied scriptures and Kundalini yoga and etc. He was doing meditation on very good amount of time, 1 or 2 hours every day. For a good amount of time, maybe a decade, he has done practiced meditation. One fine day morning, he has got up and he has sat for meditation. That day, luckily, his quality of meditation was good. His meditation was intense in nature. He was feeling very happy and blissful. So many years of my struggle is getting fruits. I'm getting fruits today. I'm feeling that happiness, bliss, and my mind is getting concentrated completely and all. Then he's enjoying that, and probably he might have extended his meditation also. Then he's meditating. Suddenly there was a sensation in the back of his in the back, lower back. Then he started, inquiring himself, what is this experience, new experience? Well, my mind is today much calmer, concentrated, and I've got a very good experience today getting, and I've done a good length of time meditation practice. Probably my Kundalini is awakened. The moment he understood that my Kundalini has awakened, he was feeling very happy. My Kundalini has awakened. Very nice, very nice. Then he's able to experience the Kundalini is getting arose slowly. From Manipura, from Swadhisthana or from Mooladhara, it came to Swadhisthana, from Swadhisthana to Manipura it came or whatever. Then from there, Anahata came. Anahata is like near the heart. So backside of the heart, I used to say. Then it came to Vishuddha. Vishuddha is what? In the throat. It is supposed to go to Agna and Sahasrara. Suddenly he remembered, okay, now it has come to Vishuddha. In no time it will go to Agna and Sahasrara. If it goes to Sahasrara, I will get Samadhi. Oh my dear, if I get Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what happens? I cannot talk anymore because in few days I will leave my body and I'm not going to take birth. But then I have to help the people. I have to serve the people. What should I do? He's thinking, then he thought, okay, let me control my Kundalini Shakti. Let me not allow it to go to the Sahasrara. Let it be to the Vishuddha only. Anahata or Vishuddha. Maybe at the most till Agna, let me control. I will not allow it to go to the Sahasrara. Then I can do the service of the humankind with a good feeling. He's trying to control, try to control. He's feeling that he's trying to control his how do you say, the traveling of Kundalini. Unknowingly, unknowingly, his body was getting shrinkened. Means he was getting tightened because of that reaction that he's trying to control the Kundalini. Suddenly, Kundalini started moving right side. He really got fear because he had never heard in a scripture till now Kundalini is going either right or left. Either it goes above, it comes down. Yes, I know. But going right or left, he has never seen because he has never read in any book. He has not heard from any gurus. Then he thought, oh my God, what is happening? It was so fearful for him. Suddenly he opened his eyes and he saw. Then what happened? There was a cockroach. So many times we can get into these wrong understandings. Now, so here, why I am telling you, one is of course to make you lighter little so that you can relax and I can discuss. And here, Amrutatvam hi vindate. One who understands this very clearly, he attains immortality. Immortality means what? He need not to take any more birth and death. Now, well, I understand I am that Brahman, but I want to come back to the world. Like it is called Bodhisattva in the Buddhism. That I want to come back to the world, mundane universe, and I want to serve the people. If you wish so, yes, scriptures also say that, yes, it is possible. For a realized person, if he thinks he wants to come back to the again, if he wishes to take birth and he wants to serve the mankind, that is possible. For him, there is a choice. It is a choice. It is an option. But for us, common people, there is no choice. There is no option. That's what the difference is. For example, CEO of the company, if he wish, he can go to office. If he doesn't wish, he may stay back in the house, or he may can work from home, or he can take leave or whatever. How many days he wish. But for an employee, whether he likes or not, he has to go to office. Either work from home or he has to go to office. Because today I'm not liking, I cannot keep myself shut until otherwise applying for the leave. Okay. Now, this is what. So the moment you understand I am available in every thought, in every experience, and when you start experiencing it very clearly, what happens? You attain immortality. Now, what a profound statement here you see. The awareness and consciousness is available in every sense transaction. I am reading a book, witness is there. I am trying to understand the concept, witness is there. I am seeing a movie, witness is there. I am scolding someone, witness is there. I am praising someone, witness is there. So Vedanta is asking us to try to understand this. Hook to that consciousness, hook to that awareness more, and not to this body mind complex unnecessarily. Not too much. Just don't get carried over. Okay. Now, this is the goal to be attained. Experience that awareness. I am that awareness, and which is available in every walk of life. Now, here, so Vedantin says that he doesn't believe in the closed eyes meditation, the real Vedantin. That doesn't mean that you should not do the meditation with closed eyes. He doesn't believe the real Vedantin. Why? He says, with open eyes, I can meditate. Why? Because in every action, in every experience, awareness is there, and I am that awareness. Why should I close my eyes? Then why all our meditation teachers are asking us to close, suggest eyes? Because if you close your eyes, much of the transactions is not available. At least you can try to control your mind. That's all. It is not that you should close your eyes. No. Now, so this is called Vedantic meditation. I can do meditation while working. That's where Nivedita says in the introduction to Swami Vivekananda's complete works, to labor is to pray. To labor is to pray means what? There is no, she continues, henceforth, all the differences between the sacred and secular has been wiped out. How? Because when I am awareness, which is available in every experience, where is the question of sacred and where is the question of secular? Nothing. One is worldly and one is suprasensual. No, because awareness exists in everything. Such a profound and very powerful statement. This is Pratibodha Viditam Matam Amrutatvam. He vindate. Okay. Now, to be attained, what to be attained? If you attain, what is there? The second part of the first line, Brahmagnana Phalam. The fruits of Brahmagnana has been told. Now, the second line of the mantra, the verse here, the sadhana, the spiritual practice has been told here. Now, that let us try to understand. Atmana vindate viryam. Here again, this where comes problems. Atmana means here not the self. Here, Atmana means it is refined intellect. Or rather, from the Vedantic language, if you ask me, the intellect which is endowed with 4 Ds. The intellect, our buddhi or our manas, the mind, which is refined, which is cultivated with the 4 Ds. What is 4 Ds? First D is what? Discernment. Viveka. Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. Discernment between what is real and what is unreal. Basically, Sadhan Chatur Sampannata, I'm telling in 4 Ds, that's all. The second is detachment. I don't want any pleasure, sensible pleasures which is available in this world or above worlds. Detachment, renunciation. Iya amutra palabhogadi viraga. It's in Sanskrit. Anyhow, if you don't can carry the Sanskrit, don't bother. The third is what? Discipline. So first was discernment. The second is detachment. The third is discipline. What is the discipline? Shamadamadi Shatka Sampatti. Shamadama and 6 disciplines are there. One has to practice, one has to, so that one's mind and sense organs are under control. The fourth is what? Desire. Oh my God. Buddha has said desire is the root cause of all the problems. And we are studying Vedanta to win over the desires. And Swamiji, you are saying that desire. I think you have got some, feeling for us. That's where you are saying that, okay, you can have some desires. You are allowing us to have some desires. Yes, Vedanta is allowing us to have a desire. But what desire? Mumukshatva, desire for liberation, desire for emancipation, desire for freedom, mumukshatva. So when these 4 Ds has accumulated or achieved, that is called refined intellect, cultivated intellect, Vedantic cultivated intellect. This is called Atmana here actually. Atmana vindate viryam. Vindate means attains. Viryam here is what? Skills actually. Strength or skills. What strength? I don't get perturbed. There is a very beautiful story. It is, I think, Sadashiva Brahmendra story, I think. The story I remember clearly, but I'm not very clearly able to recall the name of a person. He's a great saint. He was a great Advaita Vedantin. If I rightly remember, it is Sadashiva Brahmendra. He's a great spiritual personality and he's also considered as Brahmagnani. And I mean, he didn't had any I am the body and all, nothing, even the sense of body, nothing was there. He used to go here and there like Avadhuta and all. So one day he was traveling, Unfortunately, his clothes also have been lost. But he is unaware of the clothes and all. In a nude form, he is just traveling. So he has entered a village. In that village, there was a community, Islam community especially, mainly dominated there. So they didn't tolerate this. And there were so many girls and ladies and all. So one of the fellow mistook that this fellow is playing differently with wrong intentions and all. He got angry and annoyed. And unfortunately, he had some sword or some deadly instrument in his hands. He took and he chopped the head. He swinged on that Sadashiva Brahmendra. It cut the hand of a person, Sadashiva Brahmendra. Sadashiva Brahma, there is a, imagine, a hand has been cut, there is a oozing, blood is oozing out, and how much pain would happen for a person, but he is not aware of it. Sadashiva Brahmendra is just walking. This Muslim fellow, when he saw that, he got annoyed. I mean, he got astonished. I have cut a person's hand and without any feeling, without any screaming, shouting, simply is moving. Then he understood, probably is a great saint. I mistook him. I misunderstood. He felt very bad about it. He repented and he took the hand and he said, Sir, sir, please take your hand, part of your hand. Here is your hand part. Imagine. Sadashiva Brahmendra saw his face, the other fellow's face, Muslim's face. He took the part of his hand. He kept with himself and he walked. This is very extreme. This is very extreme, no doubt. But Viryam, I mean, that strength one can attain. What strength? I'm giving an example. There's a one more interesting incident from his life. One like this, he was meditating in one of the bank of the Kaveri River. Kaveri River is a river which flows in southern India, which is one of the important river. So he's sitting on the bank of the Kaveri River and he's meditating. And in the meditation, he has merged himself and he has lost all the time sense and body sense and other things. And unfortunately, there was a huge rain and there were floods. So, I mean, water got increased and it got also expanded in the river level. Water got expanded. And along with that water, so much sand also had come. So much sand had come that sand has covered the Sadashiva Brahmendra. This might have happened 2 or 3 days. Now Sadashiva Brahmendra is unaware of all these things. So one of the villager, he wanted to build in house. He wanted some sand. So by the time the floods had come down, water level has come down. So there was an extra accumulation of sand in the other places and all. So he went and with the spade or whatever, he's trying to, just with the help of an axe or whatever, with the help of the instrument, he put and he's trying to take the things. 1 or 2 times after doing that, then there was a blood in this instrument. Suddenly he got alarmed and he kept it and really slowly opened and there was a deep cut on the head of Sadashiva Brahmendra. But he has lost his external body consciousness and he's unaware of all that. Then he was brought out and bath was given and they did a first aid and all. Then slowly Sadashiva Brahmendra came. I mean, he came to body consciousness. Then the fellow said, villager said, Sir, sorry, please excuse me. I didn't know that. I was collecting the sand, but unfortunately there's a deep cut on your head. So please apply medicine, etc. He's telling. Sadashiva Brahmendra simply got up with a smiling face or laughing face. Simply he walked out. So means there was no body consciousness at all. So once attain Brahma Jnana, you will not get perturbed. You will not get perturbed by any dualities of the world and its objects and afflictions. It can never disturb you. It can never perturb you. That is what I mean, Viryam. So Viryam, strength. What type of strength we can get? And the best is what? Abhinivesha, fear of death. Fear of death will be conquered by knowing who am I, by experiencing who am I. Okay. Again, attaining means what? It is only limitation of the language. Here, attaining here is what? Removing the misconception or ignorance actually. Okay. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. Vidyaya means what? Knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of, what do you say? Here Vidya means here knowledge and sadhana. So by doing sadhana, by knowing who am I, and by putting into practice, one is sadhana chatush sampannata, atmana when I said, and here Vidya means shravana, manana, nididhyasana. I should hear to the scriptures and I should do reflection and I should do contemplation. That is what the sadhana, spiritual practice told by non-dualistic philosophy. By doing that, what happens? Vindate amrutam. Amrutam vindate. He attains immortality. How? By Vidya. Here Vidya also by Gnanena we can understand. Through knowledge, one attains immortality. Now here the caution is, oh, I have become Vedantin. I am interested in Vedantin. Through Gnana alone one gets moksha or mukti. So I am not interested in worship. I am not interested in meditation. I am not interested in selfless work or service. If you think it is a wrong idea, it is an immature idea. We need all of them. We need service. Necessity of service is required individually and also of the society. We need meditation. We need worship. Why? That all will take care of our angularities. That will all, what you say, fill the pit holes and the loopholes in our personality. Personality means, I mean, in our mind or in our thought process and etc. So they only say the final step by which you can attain immortality, moksha, is what gnana. They do, none of them, no Acharya and even no Advaita Vedantin, really Advaita Vedantin, will ever deny the role of Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. This has to be very clear. Oh, I know who am I? I'm Brahman. It seems I will meditate and I will realize or I will try to experience the Brahman. Fine. Then what is the need of service? What is the need of this meditation, the ritualistic worship, or any other type of worship? If you think, no, that means you have not understood the Vedanta properly. You have not understood the spirit of Vedanta properly. All of them are required for our personalities and for to go progress in the spiritual life. So, pratibodha viditam matam. You have to be clear by now. The Atman or awareness is available in every point of my life, in every moment of my life, in every walk of my life, in every experience of my life. I am enjoying beautiful mocha or a chocolate coffee. If you say, yes, you enjoy. Vedanta is saying Vedanta is not denying you to enjoy. But even while enjoying the coffee, be aware that there is a level of consciousness. See, what a profound and what a great statement. I am that consciousness. I'm available everywhere, everything. And actually, I mean, well, reading this rich, there's a Kaivalya Upanishad statement. My Sakalam Jagat. I am that entire world, and everything has come from me. That has been what a profound statement from the Kaivalya Upanishad. It says, Mayeva Sakalam Jatam, My Sarvam Pratishtitam. Everything has been born out from me, everything has been residing in me. My Sarvam Layam Yati, and everything goes back to me. Tad Brahma Advayam Asya Aham. Me means what? Who? Tad Brahma. That is what that Brahman. Advayam. There are no two things. And Aham, I am that. It's from Kaivalya Upanishad. What a profound statement. So Swami Vivekananda tells this, I mean, the same meaning in a different way. I am not weak. I am not ignorant to think that it is a wrong thing. Who am that? I am the indestructible, eternal, powerful self. I am not weak. I am not ignorant. I am the eternal self. So, to again search of self, I need not to go anywhere. It is available in every moment. Now, what is the efficacy of this? Now, when you feel that when you are unhappy, oh, I am so unhappy today. I need something to get out from this. No, don't think that by this time. Why? To get out from this, you need not to do anything because that unhappiness belongs to the mind and you are aware of that, that's all. But you are not unhappy. That is not your real nature. My mind is agitated. Your mind is agitated, my dear. You are not agitated. You are indestructible self, non-varying, changeless self. Tumak, I say. So this changing the tumak, the property of tumak, if you remember, all that belong to the mind and its properties. And I am not that. Happy, unhappy, good and bad, right, wrong, all these dualities is pertaining to the world and its objects are the body and mind. BMC complex. BMC, I say. So it all belongs to BMC or WBMC, world and its body mind complex. But I am the EA square. When I'm EA square, existence, awareness, and ananda. My real nature is ananda, blissful. Then why should I lament? My body has got a problem. My head has got some problem. Fine, I understand. But I don't have any problem. So when you start putting into Vedanta into practice, then you will be able to see the things objectively. I am the subject and have to develop the object approach. But what is happening? I am thinking I am object and I have got a subjective outlook, playing with the words, jingling with the words. I am the subject and I should have an objective outlook. I am the subject and I should have objective outlook. But what is happening at right now? I am thinking I am the object and I have got a subjective outlook which is completely opposite. I am the subject having objective outlook expected. But unfortunately, I am thinking I am the object, body mind complex, I used to say, I am the object and having a subjective outlook. Yeah, I hope you have all understood. Yeah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, I know this was a bit intensive today. I hope, but you are able to follow. And that's very step by step I could go. So that which is very profound and very powerful statement actually. Or it is not a statement; it is a fact actually. Fact or a truth. Yeah. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, Swamiji. Pranam Swamiji.
Mm.
I have a question. Um, During the first part of this lecture, today's
Mm.
lecture, you explained how it is body and mind complex, and
Mm.
then if there's an experience, that experience is currently, if due to lack of pratibodha viditam, the experience is completely our sense organs and our minds, or mind or a thought that is going on. Now, with the pratibodha viditam, can it be said that okay, our sense organs are perceiving these things, but the role of our thought and memory, or whatever the things that are associated with what we see and what we see there, or what we hear or something, is getting negated. So this pratibodha viditam is directly attacking this attachment to something. Can it be said like that?
Yeah, maybe I will put like this to make more clear. So Pratibodha Viditam is asking you, Upanishad is asking you through Pratibodha Viditam is what? To recognize the awareness which is available in every transaction.
Hmm.
I am aware of the sense object.
Yeah.
If it is external perception, if it is internal perception, there is no need of external object, okay? Then I am aware of the sense organ. I am aware of the mind involved. I am aware of the involvement of sense organ and the mind, but I am not aware of the involvement of awareness herself.
Hmm.
So it is asking us to be aware of awareness, and I am that aware. Claim that I am that awareness. That's the reason I gave an example of the traveling from Dublin to Cork. I saw everything. I mean, whatever I remember, I listed, but I didn't list the sunlight, by which alone I could see all these things. By which alone means without that sunlight, I couldn't see. Of course, eye is also required, no doubt, but we all take it for consideration, no doubt. But we don't take the sunlight into consideration.
Hmm.
So Pratibodha Viditam here is what? Trying to recognize, it is asking us to recognize the self or awareness in every transaction, in every experience.
Hmm.
And the beauty is, it is available in Jagardavastha, waking state. It is available in dream state, Swapnavastha. It is available in Sushupti also. And it is beyond also. Okay. Now, in Sushupti, can I do something? I can't do anything actually. And in Swapnavastha, not much actually.
Hmm.
But in Jagrada Avastha, I have got all the ability. That's why the Upanishad saying, take the control of Jagrada Avastha. Then Swapna Avastha will be taken care, and Sushupti is
Hmm.
no problem at all. That's why they
Hmm.
have given only of Jagrada Avastha discussion. Why not Swapna Avastha and Sushupti Avastha? Because there is also self is available according to the Upanishads, because that is not easily available for us. Available for us means for the individual self, I mean to say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, Swamiji. And a follow-up question, Swamiji. You gave one example, one of the final examples that, okay, you spoke about this, what was it, hot chocolate or mocha or something
Mm.
that you're drinking. You are enjoying it, but you are aware that it is, there is aware, there is the consciousness there. So with this attitude, when one approaches everything, every transaction that we are doing, that can it be said that any attachment to anything is completely is impossible with that attitude,
Yes.
and then lack of that attachment is leading to this amrutatvam, as you explained.
Yes, you are right. So when I'm able to understand I'm that experiencer which is available in this coffee, experiencing the coffee. So what happens actually? Okay, I'm available. I'm aware of this coffee drinking process or mocha, and my tongue, my mouth or my body is consuming the mocha, and the experience of mocha, good, bad, hot, cold, is happening from the sense organ and the mind, and I'm aware of it. Mocha is so good. I am really carried. I mean, I am so happy. When I make a statement for a common person, I am happy. I think that I am happy really. But here it is not that I am happy, mind is happy. I am aware that mind is in exalted state. Mind is in happy state. After some time, one message can take away all that happiness of which I had from Mocha. But then also I am not part out. Mind was happy sometimes, mind is unhappy sometimes, but I am not problem. I don't have any problem. Then is it not a state of a vegetable state, like a bland state?
Mhm.
No maja. I mean, no joy in that. No. That is what we think actually, but there is a beautiful state beyond all these dualities. We can enjoy more. For example, now if you are sitting as a what do you say, an watcher of the cricket, you'll be able to enjoy the cricket more than the people who are involved there because they will be tensed there actually. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to catch, I have to chase the run, I have to chase the ball, and I have to see that that fellow will get out. They are always obsessed with the goals, or they're all obsessed with the people. This is what happens with attached people. Now you love cricket, you were sitting and you were watching the cricket match. You will be able to enjoy the cricket match much more better than person who is working there, involved in the match, because you are comparatively you are objective. The more and more we are objective, we can enjoy the world more. That's where Swami Vivekananda told to one of the Westerner fellow, I know how to squeeze the orange better than you. So many times people misunderstand, exploit that, oh, that means I know better to squeeze the orange than you. So exploitation and all. No, that's all rubbish. No, Swamiji said, I know to enjoy the world better than you from this Vedantic perspective, he told. So I can enjoy the world better in Vedantic way. I mean, if you are a Vedantin, true Vedantin, you can enjoy the world in a better way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Pranam Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
you can.
No, no, please continue, Rajesh. Yeah.
Swamiji, so you said this shloka says that in every experience, consciousness is present, and that is how we are having the experience. But what I find from this shloka is that like consciousness offers a rare opportunity to appear as an object as well, right here. And
Yes.
this because in the previous statements it was mentioned in the previous shlokas that consciousness is never objectifiable. It cannot, but here it gives a indirect way by which you can apparently know about your own self in every experience. So
Yeah.
isn't.
It is a limitation of the language. That's why I use the word "it is a limitation of the language. Like even vindate, attainable, attaining, you are saying that. That's the one thing. Yeah. So now two, three things here. Now consciousness and consciousness alone exist. Brahma Satyam. Brahman and Brahman alone exist, that you are that Brahman. When Upanishad says, then your question will come as an aspirant, as a student. Okay, sir, but what is this, the world which I'm experiencing? So there two stands has been taken. One, it is not true. That's
Appear.
what neti neti. It is not true. It is an appearance. Appearance as what? As a matter. Matter to energy. Okay. Now, so world and the self is there. Self is true, okay, that we don't have problem. Then what about this world? World is an appearance. So world we are trying to negate. That's the one way. And afterwards they say world is negated. Then afterwards they, oh, self and self alone is existing as individual self and the world also. But at the beginning, if you say the self alone is been appearing as the experiencer, experience and experienced, that can be too difficult for common people to comprehend. So that's why they go step by step actually. That's one thing. Second thing, in slokas, some places, some particular point or aspect of the truth has been given more importance or stress actually. So your consciousness is available in every moment of our life, in every experience. That has been stressed. But that alone, that also tells very clearly that consciousness itself has taken the form of subject and taken the form of object. How to understand this? Swamiji gives a beautiful explanation in the Dhyana Yoga. When you see the consciousness, or even use the word Brahman, of course, when you see the Brahman in the goggle called time and space, then you will perceive that as a world. So Brahman plus space and time causation, space and time causation is what world actually. So Brahman is seen in the lens of space and time is world. If you remove the lens of space and time, then Brahman, that's all. But we feel the world is so true. World is very much true. We all feel that. That's all our mind's game actually. That's why Bandha and Moksha, as Upanishad says and Advaita Vedanta, both are for bondage and liberation is both for mind only, not for the self. So I'm struggling not for my freedom. I'm struggling for my mind freedom actually. Because through which alone I can experience everything. That's the reason. That is my strength and weakness, strength and limitation. That's why I'm struggling to keep I struggle to keep my vehicle clean. So I'm struggling to keep my body clean, or sorry, my mind clean. Because through that alone I can do all the transactions. Yes.
So practically, every experience is like a mirror. It's showing us the sunlight. So
Yes.
every experience is like, and we
Yes.
have to internally say to ourselves, whenever I'm having any experience, that inner voice should say that, remember that this is this eternal awareness alone.
Yes, it is. It can be understood very beautifully. You see, oh, beautiful water, beautiful wave in the ocean. There's a water bubbles. Oh, so many water bubbles when you're small. If you see water bubbles, you go and touch it, you try to break it, it makes a sound. I mean, it breaks. You feel so happy. Fine. But now, after growing up, what you see, okay, air bubbles, they're water bubbles, you don't give much importance, but you'll see wonderful life. Yesterday, I was seeing in someone's WhatsApp status, they had put the waves are forming such a beautiful, very artistical way. Wow, what a beauty of the nature, what a beauty of the God's creation and all. We all enjoy, never mind that. But if you ask Vedantin, he will say, oh, my dear, fine, that's all fine, but that's a name and form. Is it different from ocean? Is it different from water? No. But I'm experiencing the wave, no doubt. I'm experiencing the beauty of the wave, no doubt. But is it different from water? No. That's all.
Thank you, Swamiji.